Oh, cool. Cyberpunk's installed. Time to get my game on, boy.
Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood, thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed, cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Net runners are at it again, poking holes in the power grid. While over in Westbrook, trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims off the pavement. And in Pacifica, well, Pacifica is still Pacifica. This has been your man, Stan. Join me for another day in our city of dreams.
Time to get this baby going. Eh. Hey guys, so Cyberpunk's come out finally, and I am ready to give the world my first impression of this beautiful game. What we're going to be talking about mainly is the customization, the gameplay, which is a bit of detail, bit of freedom, and the choice and options you get in the game. We'll also be talking about the storyline just a bit and my overall opinion about it. I'm going to try my best, no promises, but I'm going to try my best to avoid any spoilers. And so let's begin. So as I begin my Cyberpunk experience, I first, of course, go through the customization of our character. Now we play as V, whether it's a male or female, which is entirely up to the player. I went with the male because there is a very, very strong point, which is, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit. There's not much to say about it, really. I thought it was great. They give you so many hairstyles, way more than they did in The Witcher, which I'm happy. And you know, from the faces to the eyes, to the tattoos, to whatever that they gave you the option of choosing or of having and not having, I was pretty satisfied. But the best part, I mean, the really, the most anticipated feature of Cyberpunk 2077 is the penis, guys. There is a penis. I've never been so amazed, to be honest. I was blown out of this world. You get to choose, you know, cut, uncut. It's all preferential. It's all up to you, boys. And you get to choose the size. Now, I've never seen something so beautiful, with so much fluidity, so much flaccidity. And I was just amazed. But in all honesty, I did eventually kind of question why. Like, yes, it is incredible and beautiful that they added it, but also why? Because there's not much you can do with it aside from walking out and showing the people of Night City your beautiful penis, if you like to do that kind of thing. I did once or twice. It didn't really catch anyone's attention. I'm not sure why, but that's the only function I found that I was able to do, was just walk out pantsless. But I enjoyed it, and it's a nice touch. It's a nice touch. And it's also why I went with a guy, if you're wondering. That's not much I have to say about the customization aside from that. So I guess we'll move on onto the gameplay. Now, getting to the gameplay, once you're done with character customization, you find yourself, well, I find the embodiment of myself as V, correcting my broken nose at a bar. This gave me two impressions, right? One, V's badass. He's a hard son of a gun, right? Two, I am in for a lot of shit to go down. And I was ready for it. I was looking forward to it. I couldn't wait. But it also left me wondering about how I got that broken nose. Like, did V just walk into a bar and ow? Broken nose? Sorry, bad joke. Moving on. So after talking to the bartender, I get my first mission, which is to talk to some guy upstairs. And instead of running straight for it, I spent the next 25 minutes or so just walking around the club or bar or whatever, just trying to interact with literally everything and everyone that was in that place. I was just taking in the sights and sounds and everything, and it was great. It was great. The NPCs are alright. I mean, they have some interesting conversations with themselves.
Kavi's got some broken ribs, but praise Jesus, the bullet didn't hit any organs.
What happened?
A police manhunt. They were chasing some dealers.
So he had it coming, eh?
He was just standing there. Standing, understand?
You can sort of talk to them ish, and they do seem to be interacting with the environment or doing their own thing, whether it's playing with their phones or something, which is really cool. It was cool. It was cool. I liked it. But if anything, it just reminds me of GTA 5. Pretty much just the NPCs in Cyberpunk are like mostly on crack, and they're dressed a little better or not. I guess it depends. It's up to you. I don't know. So I make my way upstairs. I talked to this guy. I can't remember his name. And he sets me up on our first mission, right? And we're supposed to steal this car. Now I'm trying to pay attention to this dude and what he's saying, but really I was just more intrigued or more... I don't know. This guy sitting next to me was just my focus pretty much at that point. I was just more entertained by this guy rather than the guy who's telling me about what I'm supposed to be doing. But nonetheless, it was a pleasant experience, and I took it from there and I moved on. I finally get to the open world, which looks, oh my god, so amazing. It looked amazing. It looked disgusting. It looked dirty, but amazing. It's jam-packed with so many things, so many eye-catching things. You know, all of these things are happening around you at the same time. I'm talking about like random homicide scenes scattered around the city with cops and CSI, I guess, doing their shit. Advertisements all over the place. Cool-looking cars. Some not-so-cool-looking cars. I mean, just look at these cars, man. Look at this. Look at this! Oh my god, look at this! Oh, I want them all. I want them all. Especially this one. Food stalls with NPCs just enjoying their meals, going through their day. Oh yeah, and people falling to their deaths from high places, I guess. That was cool. I liked it. I was straight out amazed. Now, honestly, what I really love about Cyberpunk is the perfect ratio of futuristic and reality. The perfect balance between what could be and what is. We've had so many versions of what the future of the world could be like, and most of the times, even though it's cool, it just seemed so far-fetched. But I think Cyberpunk really did pull it off in creating this world where human beings are augmented and they have all these things built into them, but at the same time, they're still so human because they die so easily, man. Pretty much. That's what makes us human, right? And I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really cool. I think they nailed it, man. They nailed it. I loved it. Now, as I carried on with the storyline, being introduced to all these characters, I find myself getting more immersed into the story and the life of V. Despite the game being scripted, I use that very loosely over here, it has a way of making it feel not scripted. And what I mean by this is the options and choices given to me to do these missions or whatever, they often leave me wondering about what could have happened if I said this or if I did that instead. For example, one of the first major missions, I guess, is when you have to retrieve a piece of tech or T-Pain, right?
Yo, Mr. V, a pleasure. Dexter Deshawn in the flesh. Ample indeed.
Don't hate me, T-Pain, please. I love you, my man. I watch all your streams. You have to retrieve this piece of tech from a gang, and you're given two options. First option is you go and see a Militech person, which is pretty much a third party. And the other option is you go about without seeing this third party. And it's interesting because one provides a solution and another set problems, whilst the other one just pretty much leaves you with a set of problems to deal with. And I thought that was very interesting. We've seen the gameplay for the first option when Cyberpunk released their first gameplay early in the year, I think it was. But I thought, I've seen that. I'm gonna go with a different option, and I did, and it was it was fun. It was interesting. It was just it just ended differently, which I haven't finished the game. I haven't gone through much really, so I'm interested to see how it plays out. One thing I know for sure is I will definitely be playing the game again. I don't know whether in the same class or with a different class. We've seen the classes that they give us, and just replaying these different scenarios that could happen if I went with another one. Does that make sense? It makes sense, right? You know what I mean. I'm not gonna be a judgmental dick and bring up bugs and stuff because it is a new game. It is expected to be a bit buggy at wherever it may be buggy. Though one thing I did have to add was the game kept flash blinding me, man. Like there was a few scenes that was like, oh, it's a bit too much white. Too often I felt, I just fucking in your face, like in a row. And I thought that was a bit annoying. In fact, I had to like stop the game for a while and do other things because I felt like I was about to get a migraine. That could just be me. I don't know. I was just quite annoyed with that. But other than that, I know they will fix it down the road. I'm confident that they will. Although it is interesting, to be honest. I find the bugs so interesting. They keep some parts funny, I guess. I don't know. When you're trying to be so immersed and then something dumb or something stupid happens, it's a nice touch. Now I have experienced a set of bugs that I'm pretty sure are different to what other people might have experienced. My cousin was telling me he had someone just stuck in a doorway and he had to restart that entire part just to get through the door, which is funny. But yeah, I'm not gonna be ranting about that kind of stuff. That's all I've said is pretty much what I wanted to say. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's still a new game. A lot of people haven't experienced the whole thing. I haven't finished it, and I don't want to include spoilers for you guys, so you guys can watch the video. But my overall opinion about this is that I'm satisfied. I've waited a long time for this game to come out, and like so many other games that I've waited for that's come out a disappointment, this is definitely not one of it. I'm enjoying every part of this game. I do wish my PC was strong enough to run this game at full, so I can experience the whole thing without having rendering issues where people's faces just look like clay melting off, or details not rendering in time. Speeding through a highway and have absolutely no cars on the road. Let me know what you guys think about the game so far, if you've played it or if you're looking to play the game. I do stream. I can't stream this game, I think. It's a bit too heavy, but I do stream most weeks. I don't have a set schedule yet, but I do stream, and if you guys are interested to come hang out, we can talk about Cyberpunk, we can talk about anything. Follow me, links down below. Last but not least, I appreciate your time for watching the video, guys, and